Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and welcome to Derby. Yes, that's right, we are back on the Midland Mainline. I haven't been here in quite a long time. This is the train we're going to be taking, the 704 service to London St Pancras, but of course we're not taking it all the way to London St Pancras because, well, we can't. We're going to be taking it as far as Leicester. We'll have one intermediate stop of Loughborough. We're going to be driving the Class 43 HST, of course, for this run, because we've already done a run on the 158, which is over there in the EMR regional livery. We're not going to be running an EMR train today, we're going to be running an EMT train, because I think this is set in a time before they switched over. I don't know. It's made by Skyhook Games. Came out a few years ago for Train Sim World 4, but I'm playing it in Train Sim World 6 again. It's still a good route. That it is. As always, let me tell you a little facts about the station. Some quick facts. Station was first opened as a temporary station back in 1839 on the 4th of June. Can I do anything with this? I can! And then that was by the MCR, so Midland Central Railway, I guess, would be the name for that. I'm not too sure. But next to open a temporary station, as the 158 departs, was the Birmingham and Derby Junction Railway. And they opened their station, their temporary station, on the 12th of August 1839. So just 2 months after the first temporary station opened. But the first permanent station in Derby was opened on the 11th of May 1840 by the North Midland Railway. And at this time, the NCR and, well, North Central Railway? I guess, wait, it says MCR and then NCR. I don't know which one's which. Anyway, I'm presuming the NCR might have been a typo. But, and the Birmingham and Derby Junction Railway. Both of their temporary stations closed, and I guess they all started using this one because this is remarked as, yeah, one of the first which had different railway operators sharing the same station. Which I guess was unusual for that time because, well, the railways had just started and it was companies building their own railways. So they built their own stations. Makes sense, but here we have the coming together of 3 different railways in the same station. The station, of course, didn't always look like this, obviously. In 2018, the station was redesigned and resignaled. So you had the bay platform was removed. An island platform. I'm not sure where the island platform, it says, was built on the site of the former goods and carriage sidings, the goods lines and the carriage sidings. So maybe in the middle, maybe it's that one. There's a bay platform in there, which looks likely. But it meant that the London and Birmingham services were separated, allowing for trains to more easily flow through the station. My mouse is not having a good time. I don't know what it is. It's with the scroll wheel. It just bugs out every now and then. It's really annoying. We got another 158. Awesome. Also in the EMR regional livery. This isn't the official livery that comes with it. This is something I got from the Creators Club. It looks quite nice. I really like the purple. It's, yeah. It's really nice. It's really smart. But I also do like the bright, popping colors of the EMT livery. It's, you know, it's nice. But how many people use this station? It's not as big as Manchester that we were just at in the last video. If you haven't seen that one, we did a video on the Glossop line. So go check that out. But in the 24-25 period, station saw 4.1 million people use it, which is still quite a lot, but nowhere near the numbers of Manchester. But, I mean, to be expected, Derby isn't Manchester, of course. Of course, we can't come to Derby without talking about Derby Works. I'm sure a lot of you know of trains that have come from Derby Works. I can't name any off the top of my head, unfortunately. My mind's gone a bit blank. I do have a memory of seeing Derby Works plates on different trains. Well, it would be LMS trains, wouldn't it? So you'd have things like the 8F, Jubilee, 4F. Those are the ones that are in the game. So yeah, LMS, because it was part of the LMS. So LMS steam engines makes sense. Derby Works doesn't operate anymore, unfortunately. It's closed in 1990. Which is sad. It really is. It's quite sad. I think it was... I mean, I have a feeling it was over here. I'm not sure, though. Not sure where it was, but... it was somewhere. But anyway, now we just have to wait for our train to arrive. Here it comes in. The fastest... well, officially, the fastest diesel locomotive in the world. Fastest diesel locomotive ever built. Achieving a speed of 148 miles per hour, or 238 kilometers per hour, on the 1st of November 1987 on the East Coast Main Line. And it's a beast. Listen to that. 42050. These things, yeah, sadly no longer operate. It's quite sad. It is quite sad. Yeah, just look at that. Wonderful. Wonder if we can hop inside. Get this thing started. I can just walk in. There we go. 1 Charlie 15 leads to London St Pancras, but we're taking it to Derby. We're 10 long, so 8 carriages, or 8 plus 2. Let's get the doors open. Red signal, so we're turning the DRA on. Vigilance. DSD can come on. Put down into neutral. Does this work? No. Headlights already on. Sweet. Desk light. We don't need that. If we have paper here, that'd be a cool addition. Like a little timetable or something here. That'd be cool. Why didn't they do that? Please, guys. Please. Who knows, maybe they will. Dovetail the Rex coming up, so Train Sim World 7 is probably going to be announced then. I'm hoping for some interesting stuff. I don't know what. Can you imagine the Tadami line? I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. The Tadami line being pushed back for the sole purpose of being included in one of the 3 core routes for TSW7. It sounds like something that would happen. It really does. Alright, well, it's about time to close the doors. Next up is Loughborough. Just put that forward. Signal's green, so that's not what I wanted to press. Off we go. How fast is it out of here? 30. It's been a while since I've driven this route. But it's always nice to come back to it. Listen to that. The VP185. That's the engine in this. It looks like a door was open at the back. VP185s. Awesome. Yeah. The engine, 2,250 horsepower. So, we're not short on the old horses today. I hope not. I would hope not. We're still at 30. I got it wrong. This is Etches Park Depot. This is not Derby Works. Or where Derby Works was. I don't think, anyway. Is that from Derby? The 45s. Potentially. I want to say they are. Listen to this, though. Oh, it sounds so good. We get to go up to 75. It sounds so good. It sounds good, it looks good, it's just awesome. The design, of course, the product of the late great Sir Kenneth Grange. And yeah, I mean, it's just an iconic design, isn't it? It really, really is. Things entered service in 1975. Had a long... Well, they were built... Yeah, built 1975. Started operating 1976. My bad. But yeah, long career up until, well, 2025. Where the GWR castles were withdrawn. We're already up at 80. No bother for this thing. Absolutely no bother. Get to go up to hundreds. We get to let this thing go wide open again. I do love the 125s. Absolutely amazing trains. I mean, how can you not? You know? How can you not love this? The horn is a bit lacking, I suppose, but, you know, it's British Railways, so they're not going to have the best horns. Let's go to 110. We are speeding along towards Loughborough, only 11 miles. Oh yeah, we don't stop at East Midlands Park, right? That's unusual. Most of the time we do. We're a fast service. Well, we're early morning, so I guess our goal is to just get people to London. We're not going to be going that fast. Never mind. Something's ahead of us. What could it be? We're going to be reaching 125 on this run, I think. Either it's 125 or 120. We're going to be up that range anyway. But I don't know for how long, since we have to stop at Loughborough. It's kind of like in between East Midlands Parkway and Leicester on the fast bit. And this thing, you know, Although it can run at 125, it does take a while to get up there. As do all diesel trains, to be honest, because they have to push quite a bit harder. Let's go idle. We've got a station coming up at an 80. What station is it? I forget what station it is. How could I? Long Eaton. That's where some of these services can stop as well. Long Eaton. The ones to Derby, anyway. Although most of them, I think, go to not Sheffield, Nottingham. Because, of course, this route you've got the split. There's warning for 70. Yeah, you can see the power station over there. Looking awesome. Smoke coming out the top, or the steam. Looking good. Yeah, we've got the, like, Y split coming up. So trains, well, you can take the 158 between Nottingham and Derby and that'll split here. I think those services go between Matlock and Newark Castle, if I'm not mistaken. And there's the link with the Peak District Railway. That's not what it's called. What is it called? Peak Summit Line? How did I forget this? I literally looked at it a few minutes ago. I forgot the names of so much. I'm terrible. I am awful. Peak Forest, that's it. The Peak Forest Line. God. I had to really scratch the brain for that one. Yeah, Peak Forest Line. Because Matlock is on that line. Yeah, I made a video on the 158 a while ago. The slow service between Leicester and Nottingham. That's why we're doing this one from Derby. So it's something different. We can go up to 110. I don't think we'll get there though, because we only have 6 miles. And 4 of them will be speeding up. But yeah, look at this. Just looks fantastic. This route is, yeah. I mean, it's good. There was a lot of promise that it's made by Skyhook Games, so it's not Dovetail themselves, but it was, yeah. I feel like a lot of promise, a lot of like maybes that kind of kept us, it kept me anyway, engaged in the route. Like, you know, there was maybe a hint that there would be an extension, or that the 222s would be coming. You know, they said that there's room for it, which kind of, I guess, maybe gave some false hope. But nothing really came about. The last thing that happened to this route, I think, was Cargo Line. Can't remember which volume. I think it was the first one. No, it wasn't. Which one's the oil? It might have been 2, actually. They're on this route. Anyway, Cargo Line, yeah, was the last thing that happened to this route. That was a while ago that came out, so... Nothing much has happened. which is quite sad because it's a nice route. It's very, you know, point and shoot, you know? It's quite straight. There's not a lot going on, but it's, you know, nice to drive every once in a while. I mean, I guess maybe perhaps the logical thinking is that for the triple twos, the 222s, that they'd come with a future route if they do East Midlands trains again. Maybe they will, I don't know. Anyhow, we've got Loughborough coming up in 2 miles, just about. Now, I don't really know the brake distance of this train. Like I said, it's been a while since I've driven it, so I think we'll start braking about here. Seems good. 1.5 miles. I don't mind, you know, crawling into the platform. I'd rather do that than just completely overshoot it. Where is it? A mile away and we're 80. We should be fine. Should be more than fine, actually. We've also got plenty of time. We're due in 5.5 minutes. And the station is there. So we're fine. We are fine. Is that a 158? No, it was a signal. Oh dear. Oh, why'd they give us so much time to get here? It's a lot. Maybe it's because I know people are going to do this. We're all in. Now, I think we have to be quite accurate with our stop because if I remember, not all of the train fits on the platform. Because for some reason they decided to put this gate here. It would fit if we were able to use that part. But we're not. Because there's a gate here for some reason. I guess maybe it's because, I don't know, yellow line. Probably something to do with that, I'd imagine. No, we fit fine, actually. I didn't need to do that. We fit fine. Okay, well, I guess there was no need to even think about using the rest of the platform anyway, because we just don't need to. Alright, well that's cool. Nice bridge. Lovely red brick bridge. That's a picture right there. Alright, well, this is a... What's this for? Was this some former railway? I think I remember hearing something about that. That this is some former railway. That's obviously, well, quite obviously gone. So now you just have a freestanding bridge. Right, 10 miles to Leicester now. That was a bit of a wait at Loughborough, but we did get to see another train. 6 car. 6 plus 2. Yeah, you got 2 formations of HST in this route. You got one's to, well, one's formed of 8 coaches and 2 power cars, and one's formed of 6 coaches and 2 power cars. There's no difference between them. The only difference is that, yeah, the 2 coaches. We have, yeah, just under 10 miles to Leicester now. Should get there in about 8.5 minutes at what we're scheduled to. Whether or not we will is a different story. But yes, that's what's supposed to happen. And there is nothing around us. It's just greenery. Looks quite good. Looks quite nice. Really does. Nice little river. Probably a canal. Either side of us, actually. Wow. Canal. Bit of a giveaway there. That's lovely. At 110 is the speed limit now. That it is. So we'll try and get up to it. We're at 80 now. Look at that. Oh, low clearance. We're gonna make it. We're gonna fit. Of course. What's the point in having low clearance things like that on a railway bridge? I don't understand. As if the driver is going to be able to stop. Well, stop in time. Here's one of the things that's involved in the cargo lines. That's it, the hoppers. I forget what they're called, but the red ones. I think they're red. No, they're not red. They're blue and grey. They're for this place. Mount Sorrel. So yeah. I think it's volume 1 or 2. And that gets you access to the yard. And to some scenarios you probably know. The ground looks very glossy over that side. It hasn't rained, so I don't know why it looks like that. There's a station. I believe this is Celebi? Celebi? Silby. I don't know. We are flying now. 6.5 miles until Leicester. We get to go to 120. Well, we try. We get to try and go to 120. Whether or not we will is a different story. Ooh, we're at 110. Will we get it? Will we get it? I don't think so. Probably not, because we're going to have to reduce our speed soon anyway. Because of just general speed restrictions coming into Leicester. Maybe. Be close. Little single platform. What are you? Sister. Off it goes. I do love the sound of this thing. The VP 185s are, yeah. I prefer them over the MTUs. I really do. The MTUs are nice, but come on. You can't really beat it. This is just better. Alright, no 120 today, I'm afraid. No. Unfortunately, the highest we can get to is 115. That's a shame. But anyway, we're close to Leicester. It's only 3 miles away. It's a nice route, this. It's short. Yeah, it's short, but, you know, short and sweet, I suppose.